The Arizona podcast is brought to you by Giant Protective Coatings, a flooring company that specializes in epoxy flooring and concrete resurfacing systems. They speak Spanish, they're in the LA area, and they are an amazing company to work with. They have awesome customer service and they give you honest quotes with great work, and I couldn't recommend them enough. So if you use the promo code Arrows Up, you get a 15% off on your next project. So call them, reach out to them. You can find them at on the internet, triumphcoatingsca.com, and you can request a free quote and all that fun stuff. You can follow them on Instagram, triumph underscore coatings, and they do speak Spanish and they do great work, like I said. So check them out. Promo code Arrows Up, 15% off your next project. Arrows Up podcast today. I have David with me. We get into boxing and go over just the different fights and the different storylines that came out of the week in or the weekend. So we get into all of that, and then we talk about the fall of some artists. Just some athletes, some artists go from top of the game to like performing at halftime games of low tier NBA teams. So we get into all of that, and he gives his thoughts on the Star Wars person in charge of Star Wars at Disney. Gives his thoughts on that and the final thought. So good pod, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll come back on Friday with a full NBA pod for you. So stay tuned for that one. So here is my conversation with David. Here we go.
Top of the morning to you.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know how you respond to that. Good morning to you.
Yeah,
With your fancy European greeting. Good morning.
have you ever gotten like the like people said like good morrow too? I'm like, what? Tomorrow? You can just say tomorrow? Good morrow? I'm like, all right,
Is
cool.
that what that means?
I think so. Like the next, and I'm like, all right.
You say that at night?
I think I also do the um I think it's in Charlotte's Web, but I also remember from Seinfeld the greetings and salutations when George walks in when he's having like a great day at the coffee shop. Just greetings and salutations to everybody here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had somebody tell me good morrow.
Good tomorrow, yeah. Let me look it up because to get the exact because I've heard it like. Let me see.
But yeah, I'd probably be like, I don't know, but like, thank you. You too?
For you it'd be like when people give me like the Happy Friday, you're just like, okay,
Right.
like you know, yeah.
uh,
Good morrow is an old fashioned way of saying good morning.
oh, good morning.
Yeah, good
Oh,
morrow.
so it's not the next day. It's just good
The
morning.
word originated in Middle English between 1350 and 1400. Yeah.
Hmm.
God give you good morrow. That's another one. There you go.
There it is. Interesting.
Like that's all you. Like I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, man. You can dabble into all the morals and
The old phrases and
yeah,
greetings.
yeah. Knock yourself out. Um, Yeah, it's a. So I have a few things. Um, did you watch any of the boxing over on Saturday?
Not on Saturday, but Turkey uploads the full fights on
Does he
YouTube.
really?
Yeah, like
Oh,
I was watching
good for Turkey.
which is funny because like I even saw people in the comments um they were saying like because I saw like I was trying to look for the fights and I saw like the zone highlights like three
Mhm.
minutes
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and some people were like wow like this is so useless like just imagine by Monday Turkey will post the full fight and I was like what are you talking about and then I scroll down a bit and then I see like the hour-long video from Turkey's channel. So I watched the Virgil fight, and then I watched Bivol and Bitter Beef last night. So and I was like, huh. I was like, okay. So because I also saw your story when you were like, we'll see how this turns out for boxing because
Yeah, and
it's
then
he's
there's
throwing a
some
lot of money
people.
around and just
Yeah, and there's people that are like, "Oh, well, it was a $30 pay-per-view, so it's a win." And I'm like, "Well, that's not what I was talking about." Like, yeah, like $30 pay-per-views, but it's also who are you watching? Like, you were not gonna pay $80 for any of these fights.
yeah,
None of these are like a main event that gets you $80. But
right.
Canelo,
The strength was
whoever
that the
he
whole
fights,
card is like amazing
yeah, yeah.
together as a collective.
So that
But
one, somebody was like, oh, like he's already fixing it because it's a cheap pay-per-view. And I just like read the text, rolled my eyes. I'm not even gonna,
oh, it's so when you know, okay.
I'm not even gonna engage because this is like you obviously don't watch boxing, and it wasn't Harry.
Oh, I was about to say like shout out to Harry Day. Okay.
Um, but I was just like, I don't know, like I don't. Okay, fine. Like I'm sure the optics of it's gonna be cool. I mean, if he's
Yeah.
releasing, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how. Oh, you said he releases after the fact.
After yeah, so like on Monday morning
Okay, okay,
after the
okay.
weekend, which is
Yeah,
cool because like if like say you like you missed the
right.
fights or whatever, like someone like me,
Yeah,
and you want to look for like something decent because yeah, I've found full fights before like on the internet, but it's like they're all, like the shots all weird because they want to avoid like copyright
right, right.
and so to see like the whole thing like unbought like I saw like everything like the ring entrances and I was like dang I was like okay
Yeah,
so but to your point, like when you were saying in your story was because you're like, we'll see how this turns out, and then you said that after the fight, Better Be was like he's forced to do a third, where he like
yeah. Because he said he didn't want to do a second.
yeah, and so like you do wonder how much how much of this stuff falls under Turkey's like direct jurisdiction if he's putting on these fights, and
Hmm.
so because well like we want I mean a lot of people want us included, but we want like the Canelo Benavides fight, so it's like and Turkey wanted specifically Canelo and Crawford, which a lot of people don't want. And so it's like if he's going to be making the fights that he wants, if he has the money, yeah, more power to him. But it's like, well, what about the rest of the boxing world that wants the fights they want? So, which has
Yeah.
been a big thing with boxers. Like Canelo in the past would always say, "Oh, if the fans want it, I'll make it happen." And so now it's like, well,
Well, now he's saying if the money's right.
yeah. So now it's like, we got to have someone representing the viewers that's like, no, we got to make the fight that the fans want, and find some kind of middle ground. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be just
plus making fights, although it is convenient if you're not always available Saturday night, it does feel really weird that now more than ever fights are like in the middle of the day.
well, because it seems like he's hell bent on not just having these fights, but having them specifically in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
And I think that's the part that can hurt boxing
yeah,
because you it's easy to get a group of people together for a evening. Let's all hang out, watch the
Yeah,
fights. But it's like this event started at 8 in the morning.
yeah,
It was 8 in the morning to 3 p.m. And it's like, man, like I had to watch it like in parts and pieces because
yeah.
I'm
You're
like,
probably
dude,
doing you're doing stuff. Like,
that's insane. Like, so yeah, I think that's the part that's they're gonna have to figure out. But it seems like these Saudi guys um, don't care for the American consumer, which I mean, it's not surprising, but that is the part that,
there might be some pushback.
well, you'll see it in the lack of pay-per-view buys
Yeah,
because I d- I don't think a lot of people realize. Well, I don't think the Saudis really care for the American audience, but I don't think they understand that companies like the Zone need the American
yeah,
audience. You know, like they might not care,
right.
and they may not need it. But for the Zone, if they're selling subscriptions and whatever else, they need it. They need the American audience to tune in. But if
Hmm.
every event is a 9 a.m. start, you're like, dude, well, I don't want to like this is insane. And obviously there's difference. Like if Canelo's fighting, we'll tune in or
Right.
a big name guy. But again, none of these guys had any of these guys been the headline, it would have been like, yeah, cool, I'll watch it when I watch it. You know, like
Yeah,
it wouldn't have been this like must watch now type of thing. It would have been like, yeah, I'll watch it when I whenever I can.
yeah,
And so that's going to be the interesting part, how they maneuver around this whole thing. Callum Smith looked pretty good. Um, he's like trying to fight Benavidez, which would be interesting. I'd like to see that.
yeah.
He has life, and he's a. I
He's
want to see Benavidez fight good fighters.
yeah,
I don't think like I don't think Canelo's fighting him. I think that ship is long gone. I think Canelo's hell bent on not fighting him. Um, and I think we've all pretty much accepted it, except for Benavidez and his
his
camp.
team. Yeah, his guys. Yeah,
Everybody else is like, bro, we want it for you too, bro. But
he gives into those emotions because like he'll have a good fight, and he'll do the whole like, oh, I'm over that, and then like a week later, it's like, no, I'll make the fight later. Like, bro, like I thought you were over this. Like, what happened? Like this, but
he's like your boy that he's like your friend that the girl like he broke over this with the girlfriend and he's like, no, I'm over her, man. I'm ready to move on.
yeah, yeah, you're just like,
And then you
okay,
got
cool, man. Let's go out and like
and
boys' night,
then
right, on Saturday, and then you hit him up on Saturday, and he's like, I can't go out right now. You're like, what do you mean? He's being all
no,
secretive, and you're like,
or he'll be like, ah, man, like you know, Claire was she went out to the theater again, and you're like, how do you know that? Like, oh, I saw the Instagram story. Like,
like
bro,
I thought you were, I
thought you
thought you
were,
removed her. I thought you cut
yeah,
out that piece of the
yeah.
steak. That was the fat you don't want on the steak. Like just
And then we go out, and then he's like, you know what? I'm dead. That's it. Today I had a good week. Went to the gym. I'm over her. And then like 3 days later, he's like, "Ah, man, she went to get wings again." And you're like, "God, come on!"
oh, dude.
Like,
And are you like checking his phone all the time? And he gets like that one text, or he sees a story, and he's just like, "Hello, darkness,
like,
my old friend." You're like, bro, I thought we were having a good thing here.
she saw my
We went and got
story,
Wingstop. Yeah, she saw your story, or
and
like
that's Benavidez with Canelo. Like,
she unblocked you. Like you were still, but then she unblocked you, and you saw.
oh man,
We have all been there. Dang.
that's
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 Benavidez with the report. If the reporter says the right thing to him, or he has a good enough fight with some other guy, and the reporter's like, "Hey, Canelo just said he'd be willing to. Oh, I'll make it happen if he wants." And you're like, comes running back.
it's just, I think it's just like I wish somebody would tell me like, bro, like we want it for you too. Like we're all like
Yeah,
it's not. He doesn't want it. He just like I hate to break it to you. He doesn't want to fight you, and it's sometimes what you got to tell your boy.
Yeah.
Like, look, I wish she liked you too, man. I wish she wanted to be with you. She just doesn't like you, man. You got to just let it go. Let it be. It has to be that way. I'm sorry, I don't make these rules. It's just the way life works sometimes.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And that's Benavides. When he did the whole last week, when he at the I think it was last week, he did the whole like they offered me 7 million and I said yes, and he was gonna make 50. And it's like, bro, like let it go. Like you could say he would fight for free. He's not doing it unless he's getting like what do you say, like
200 million.
200?
Yeah. Yeah, like 200
Like,
million.
and we did the math. You could get there. Like he could make easily 200 million from this fight. He doesn't want to fight you, bro. Like it's just the way that I'm sorry. Like you almost want to give him a hug. Like I'm
It's like
sorry.
when your parents like the stand like I tell you because I care about you. I tell you because I love you. It's like Benavides, we're telling you because we care about you, bro. Like he doesn't want it, bro. Move on. Like just
This in my eyes, this has made Benavides more like a sympathetic figure, because it's like, bro, like you've done nothing wrong. I don't think you can beat him, but you've done nothing wrong. You fought all like he's done it the right way. He didn't do like the boo boo route where he's calling out
antagonizing
Canelo,
him. Yeah, he's not like
and Benavidez is calling out Canelo, but he's like fighting everybody too.
yeah, yeah.
Fighting Plan, he's fighting Boo Boo, he's fighting all these people and calling them out. He's doing it the right way. As if he just doesn't want to fight you. I'm sorry.
It takes two to tango. I'm gonna come up with like a series of like like the PETA like animal commercials like to
Yeah.
help help my boy Benavides out. Call this number below. Donate 5 cents a month. Just maybe we can get Canelo to still come back and fight this. Like just with like sad music of like Benavides after his fights with his face all like mangled, his eyebrow hanging off. You can
Yeah.
save lives today if you just call in and donate your money for this cause. Let's
Uh,
get Canelo 200 million so he can fight Benavides.
because 6 months ago on this podcast, we were on his side. We are like, bro, make it happen, Canelo. And once they threw out the Crawford at us, we're like, we don't want that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so we're with you, Benavides, but he's just not that into you, you know? Sorry.
He's just.
But Callum Smith might. Callum Smith said he'd fight
I'll
him,
watch it. I'll watch. Yeah.
and he looked pretty good when a unanimous decision. What'd you think of Virgil? What'd you think of his performance? Same.
Yeah. Okay. Like he can let the hands go. We watched him. He's got heavy hands, good hands. Um, it did look like he kind of didn't know what to do with Madrimov, or also just lacked the footwork and the ability like to cut off the ring to get him where he wanted to land those big shots.
Yeah.
Um, and so entertaining fight. But yeah, I was like those like first. I was like, oh, he's computing, and I don't think he has the software to figure out what's going on here with him yet.
Right.
And imagine like credit to him, dude. He was moving beautifully. I was like for a split second, I was like, I don't remember this guy moving as much against like Crawford. Mind you, different kind of fighter. He didn't need to, but even then, just it was it was cool. I was like, oh, this guy like he's got a little pep in his step.
Yeah.
And Virgil like he's kind of like stuck in the mud a little bit with his
Hmm.
footwork.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, good
Yeah.
scrap.
It wasn't an amazing Virgil performance. I mean, he won easily, but yeah, it just left you a lot of like, yeah, all right, cool. Like, but it is a when you when I and I've said this for a long time about Virgil. he just he's like a notch below everybody else. He's Oscar Valdez.
Mm.
Like he's good and he can make sometimes tap into something and it's like, wow, this is really good. But you're just like, yeah, you're not swimming in the elite waters. You'd get torn up if you were to like just go up in competition. That's why when they were throwing it out of him with Crawford, I'm like, dude, Crawford would piece you up, man. Like this isn't like you're nice, but you're not that nice.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
so, yeah, it was. I left that fight just like, oh, okay, like typical Virgil. This is what we're gonna get. And what I'm interested in is to see how Oscar tries to sell us on him. Because
Yeah.
he's been trying to, and nobody's buying. Because everybody's like, we see the fights, bro. Like like. Do you see the fights? Like, are you sure you're promoting the right guy? Like, what are you talking about? Because Ryan, I get it. Ryan, I see the promotion. I
Right.
get it. And Virgil, I'm just like, bro, he just the best. If we were to redo Ryan Garcia's career and everything goes right, Ryan Garcia is like a mega superstar.
Oh yeah.
Virgil is never that. And that's the thing that's like, I don't know, man. Like, it just, I don't know what, I don't know. I don't know what the ceiling is. I feel like he's reached it, and that's okay. Like, he just doesn't have to be a super duper star. And it's gonna be interesting to see how Oscar like sells.
Well, also like all the health issues, like for the last like 2 years, we're like,
Hmm.
should this guy be fighting? Like, just because like it's happened like 2 or 3 times now where like he's got to pull out of a fight because something comes up, and you're like,
Right.
bro, is this guy okay? Just like
Hmm.
in here.
Yeah.
So yeah. Did
Uh,
you did you watch Shakur and the handyman, the electrician?
yeah, I
I
do.
didn't.
I did.
I saw the tweets, and I saw this hilarious tweet where it was like, yo, like Shakur's got a nice like knockout ratio, and they were like, I'm not talking about opponents. I'm talking about like viewers. Like he can just put viewers out to sleep because the guys he's fighting, you're like he can't. You're like, and then I saw like a little bit like the body shots, and I was like, and then I remember when they announced that Padley was the sub, the guy stepping in. Yeah, he's working his job, his full time job outside of boxing on Tuesday and fighting on Saturday, and I'm like, huh? Like that's where we're at with Shakur, and I was like,
So I'll defend him a little bit.
go ahead, go ahead.
It's not his fault that his opponent dropped out. Not his fault. He just I saw it because I'm a masochist and I was on the Shakur hype train when he was younger.
Even though he's still young. Like, remember the whole like I'm retiring to like for the next generation. Like, bro, you are the next generation. What do you mean? Like, that was the bro that tweet. You're like, oh, I'm here to help the next man up. You're like, you're the next boy up. Like, what? What are you talking about? Are you gonna go like down to like to the YMCA to help kids with boxing? You're like, the time is now for you, bro.
So I watched it and he's yeah, man. Padley was look, you give Padley all the credit, all the heart. Dude is probably up like installing like a roof right now for all
Like
we.
HVAC, like for the
Um,
local hospital. Yeah.
and Padley showed a lot of heart, but Shakur and what was his name? He was on the broadcast and he made a good point. I'm like, yeah, like this is it. He's one of the boxers, the black guy. What's his name?
Timothy Bradley.
No, 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 no.
Um,
Um, the energetic one. Dang it, what's his name? Um,
what weight division?
He was like 147. He was in that division.
Damn,
Um,
it's gonna bother me now. Keep going. I'll try to look
oh
him up.
my God. So he made this he made this point where he was talking about um just there are fights where you have to showcase yourself, and there's fights. Sean Porter.
Sean Porter. Okay, yeah,
There are there are fights where you are able to showcase yourself, and you're able to kind of like show people like, hey, look, I can do this, and it's fights that are set up for you to knock someone out, and it's just the way it goes. And those are the fights where you show the public, hey, I'm worth watching. I'm worth your money.
right. I'm
And he,
exciting.
yeah, and he said Stevenson had the opportunity to do so, and he called him out. He's like, he's boring.
Yeah.
He's like, and I know nobody wants to say that, but he's boring. And I'm like, yes, that's because it reminded me
Dang.
of the Yildirim when Canelo fought Yildirim, and everybody was
Yeah.
up in arms. And Canelo went in there and got him out of there. And
Yeah.
everybody, there was, I mean, people always get criticized, but there was also the understanding of like, okay, he did what he had.
Supposed to happen. Like this is the way it goes.
And I think that's the part that I'm like, man, he doesn't understand. This should have been a 2 round fight. This should have been you
Yeah.
go in there, you overwhelm him, you're too powerful. And
Too
instead,
fast, too smart. Like
yeah, and instead it just like at moment I mean, I never thought Padley was in it, but it was one of those like, dang, he really can't get him out of that? Like, really?
right, right. If you go nine, you're kind of like, oh,
Yeah. So it was
like you go to get a soda or a snack from the fridge during this fight, expecting to come back and like the fight's over, and you come back like after three snack visits, and you're like, bro, they're still fighting. I thought we would have been doing like the post fight interview right now
right.
with
We
this
were
guy.
because the
Yeah,
fight started and we like planted like a flower garden. And my little brother was like, "Oh, like let's go to um, play basketball." I'm like, "This fight's almost over. This fight, it was about to start. Like, bro, this is
you're
gonna
like
be
it'll be done in a few minutes. Like just
like a 2 round fight, bro. Like this is sad. Like, and because I wanted to watch the Bacoli fight,
oh okay,
so I'm like, dude, this is gonna be super fast. And then the next one's like the thing, and then I'll watch Bivol, the Bivol fight later. And so I'm like, and he's like, I thought this was gonna be a quick fight, and I'm like, oh my God.
Shakur making you look bad over here. You're like,
No, I just in my head, I'm like, this is what I get. This is what I get for not even hyping Shakur up. It was just like
just
you
giving him the benefit of the doubt in a moment
like,
like
bro,
this.
like
You're
this
like, oh,
guy
he'll
was
be out of there. Yeah.
installing like I think they said he was installing solar panels.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, on Tuesday this guy was installing solar panels. Like you can like what are you like what are we doing? Like, are you serious? Like
Yeah.
what's going on? And so yeah, but that's Shakur Stevenson. He's and he wants to fight Tank.
Oh,
I mean, it can't get awful. I mean, Tank will at least force him to,
engage.
yeah, to do something. And this might be, remember when Rigondeaux fought who was the guy he fought that pretty much like ended his career? Nonito Nonaire, I think. The second,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think it
Bonito.
was him. And it was like he beat Nonito, but it was like, yeah, bro, nobody wants to see this, bro.
Yeah.
You suck. Like you're an awful watch. And Shakur is not that level of awfulness, but he is more
He
than
should look at Reagan now and be like, I might be headed there if I don't
yeah.
use
The
these tools available to me.
yeah. Rigondeaux, yeah. That. I defended him at first. I'm like, bro, this is just boxing. It's beautiful boxing. And I forget what fight it was, and I was like, yeah, bro, this is like this is brutal. Like this is just insane. Um, and then Bokoli, who took a fight on I think the week of, and he like looked totally gassed, totally out of shape. Joseph Parker.
We were given we were given Trevor like some major heat like the other night because of this one. But go ahead. I'll you know.
And I had texted you, I'm disappointed in myself for not bringing up Bokoli. And so I want to be fair. He took this fight on like days' notice.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to get his name out there. Nobody wants to fight him because he's been like the boogeyman. And so he took it. Part of boxing is you got to be ready. You got to stay ready. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. And he goes in and he looked super like, I mean, he was like 315 pounds, but not like Tyson Fury fat, where Tyson Fury at least like, it's like, this is like he's fat,
It's
but
normal for him to look that way, and you know he's gonna be in shape. Like,
right, he's like a in shape fat guy, like the guy who
yeah,
just,
dad bod, poster boy for dad bod,
yeah. And Macaulay just looked like you and I, like just like,
chips,
oh my God, like I'm like, God,
like
really?
me and like one flight of stairs, like on a like on a given day. And you ask like you kind of whisper like, "Is there an elevator?" You're like, bro, it's one flight of stairs, and you're like, "No, all right, cool, let's do this."
Uh, and so yeah, he got knocked out. He looked okay. He was landing some punches, but it was it was one of those fights. I'm okay. I mean, he's not Triple G Boogeyman because they kept saying, I'm like Triple G, like God, we forget really fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Like man, Triple G was a killer, man, and Triple G was
And
always
Triple G's like in shape now, like as an
right,
like he's never been. It's almost Floyd-esque where it's like you've never seen chunky Triple G walking
right,
around, you
right.
know.
And it's so I'm still like monitoring Bacoli just because he is a beast, he's a monster, but I'm like, okay, like you're just like you're not the guy. Like because a lot of it is just always being ready, the staying ready. And he
Yeah,
just like I played basketball on Saturday, and the way he was is how I was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes into basketball. Like, oh my God, like what are we doing? Like
yeah.
so yeah, why were you guys giving Trevor
Okay, because Trevor tried to like defend him, and okay, because like Sam said he texted you, which Sam, like that's his own thing. Sam is Sam. Sam is like Sam's like the little like devil like on the shoulder, you know, like he's just like,
yeah,
hey, like what about you know?
right.
Sam's gonna be Sam, Don King vibes, you know. Um, and Trevor was like, "Whoa, like he is a beast, but like, come on, you gotta take into account, bro, he took the fight on a few days' notice, and we're like, I know he wasn't in shape, but like, you know." And okay, Trevor's whole thing is like he always uses like the he dared to be great, and I'm just like, let's like stop, let's pump the brakes here. Hold up. I was like,
He dared to be great. Uh-huh.
we gotta like hold him accountable, you know. If he did come in a little overweight and out of shape, we're like remember that interview with Canelo and what's his face? Faitelson, and they're talking about the Kovalev fight.
Hmm.
And they're like, "Do you think you got the best Kovalev?" Blah blah. Like, come on, you gave
Yeah.
him so much time. And Canelo's like, "If I can't, if I'm Kovalev and I don't think I can win the fight, I don't take the fight." That's his decision that he made. So me
Mm,
and Sam were just like, "Hey, if Bakoli took the fight, like he must have felt that he could have won the fight at least, unless he's just going in
uh,
there for the bag." So we're like, and he's like, "No, you still got." And we're like, "Bro, like Andy Ruiz, the first time he fought Joshua, like was coming in like on I think a week's notice, won
hmm.
the fight. It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
So if you stay prepared, like it's not it's in the realm of possibility that you can put on a good performance.
Yeah.
But Coley probably just got caught slipping, didn't come in prepared, thought it was going to be an easy fight because it's Joseph Parker, and here we are. And so we were just like, so bro, we were like tag teaming him, and he was like, nah, nah. We're like, he was like, I hate it. He's like, nah, nah, nah. We're like, nah, like, we got you, bro. We got, come on, it's okay, it's okay. He got knocked out. It's all right. It happens. We'll come back, fight another day. You'll be okay. You'll live.
I will say something about the Dare to Be Great thing. Um, that was the narrative being pushed when Canelo fought Bivol and he lost.
Yeah,
And I remember I hated that argument because I was like, I thought he cared about winning. So we're just gonna give him credit because he goes up. Like that's on you, bro. Nobody's calling you to move up. And yeah, so I agree with you guys. You can't but Coley doesn't get credit just because he takes a fight.
that's what I'm saying. And like with Canelo Alicia, like that he's like, I mean, he gets a full training camp. Whereas Bacoli, it's like, bro, if you were in the back like eating like Ruffles, and then you get the call for the fight, maybe don't take the fight because
Yeah, and he has a fight scheduled in May, so it's not like someone like Padley. I get it,
right,
makes complete sense. You're working a real job,
right,
and someone's like, "Hey, you want to fight on this big undercard where a bunch of people are going to be watching against Stevenson?" And now you're able to add Stevenson to your resume. And
get a good little chunk of money. Maybe you don't have to work the job and train. I heard that's
right,
what they did. I heard that's what Turkey like. He's like, I'm gonna give you a nice little bag. You don't have to work the electrician job.
right. So it's like I get it for him because he
Yeah,
didn't have another fight. He didn't have a fight scheduled, and now people saw, hey, like maybe he can be a good tune-up fight guy.
yeah,
But Coley, like, bro, like you gotta be ready, my boy. Like
yeah,
you gotta
yeah. I saw. Hey, shout out to Caleb Platt. Like, yeah, I feel like you and I, there's a mutual understanding of like respect for him since he's fought Canelo.
yeah.
But he was defending Padley, and he's like, "Hey, man," because people were like trying to, throw dirt on Padley and Shakur too. But they're just,
No, if you're throwing dirt on
um,
Pappy,
but
you're
they were, but he was just like, "Hey, man," he's like, a lot of these dudes out here that haven't made it yet. He's like, and Plan was like, I used to work normal jobs full time, right? Go home, eat, go to the gym, spend the rest of the night in the gym, go home, sleep, wake up, do it again. He's like, just don't, that's wrong. He's like, don't put a man down while he's like trying to make it happen, And so,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that's why it's like with the Bacoli thing, it's like, bro, like you're popping, you are, you should be in shape,
Yeah.
relatively. Maybe not always in fight shape, but you should be in like a healthy, like walking around,
Especially
you
if
know?
his entire shtick right now is nobody wants to fight me.
Yeah, like
Like if your whole thing is nobody wants to fight me, no one's giving me a fair shot. Well, this is a big opportunity. You're the co-main event in the biggest card of the year so far.
yeah, yeah,
Stay ready, bro. And that's the part that I'm like, all right, bro. Like you,
yeah. You come in looking like some melted fudge on the sidewalk. Like, come on, bro. Like just yeah, because even like in the UFC, you'll see guys like Jorge Masvidal took some fights late notice, and his whole thing is like, oh, I eat when I want to eat, but he still trains like a dog, like he trains hard. So it's like those guys, come on, man.
yeah,
Or like I remember like Max Holloway, they wanted him to fight somebody like a couple years ago, and he offered to do it like on a few days' notice, and he was so in shape and like trained so hard right before the fight that like they did like the hydration test. You're like, hey, bro, you shouldn't fight. You're actually like it's unhealthy what you're doing. Like we understand you want to fight, but maybe you ran a little too much on the treadmill and you should calm down and like drink
oh,
some water and eat something because these guys, bro. I mean, he weighs like 145, so he's always. But
yeah.
yeah, heavyweights. I feel like the heavyweights were notorious big boys.
Yeah.
We like to eat, and when you're not fighting,
But other than, but it's like, bro, like you're a heavyweight. Like, how, like, come on, get it together.
dude.
Like, you could eat
True,
like,
like there's no ceiling for you. Like you could weigh in at like say you weigh like 260 for a fight. That's like your healthy fighting weight. bro, you could put on like 20 pounds and you'll be fine. Whereas if you're like welterweight, you're like
Yeah,
you have to
exactly.
be. You're like,
It's just- the
what are we
the
doing here?
the heavyweights not being in shape, I don't understand. Like, bro, like you have no weight limit theoretically. Um, just pick the weight that you're the most comfortable at the day of fighting and just stay there.
And give yourself like a little range where it's like, if I want to be 10 pounds, like walking around with 10 pounds up, you're like, that's cool, bro.
It just yeah, it doesn't make any
Just
sense.
don't overdo it with the Twinkies and you'll be fine. Like just
Right. Yeah.
you're not like, bro, like De La Hoya stories of like making weight. He's like, yeah, I was sucking on an orange for like a week
Right.
to make 135, and he's 5'10. Like he's not a short guy. And I'm like, and you could eat whatever you. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's insane. Um, Bivol versus Better Beef. What'd you think of that one?
Man, bro, right when he started, I was like, man, his tempo is insane. Like just the pace he was using, but he like in the first part of the fight, and then in the last fight, he was just like turning it on. But and it was almost like Floyd esque, where like he landed a couple punches, like a few little flurries, and then Better Beef has a chin, so you're like, oh. But then you watch the replays in slow mo, and you're like, oh, dude, he's landing like flush shots, like not just jabs, but also like some crosses. He's landing some nice combos. So no, I thought he looked good, man. He was
Yeah.
in shape, and almost like Virgil, like um Better Beef just didn't have like the legs to keep up with him to try to cut off the
Right.
ring and try to, so you're like, oh, okay. Maybe it is because he's 40. I don't know. Maybe it is stylistically, but I was like, oh, he can't keep up with Bivol and the pace he's putting on.
Right. Because during the fight, I'm like, dude, step to your right. Step to
Yeah.
your right. Cut him off there. Step to your
Yeah.
right. And yeah, he didn't have it. Bivol looked good. He is like slowly becoming one of those like one of the most underrated chins in boxing.
Yeah.
Two fights with Better Beef and
Better
like
Beef. Yeah.
not hurt, like not wobbled in a way that you're like, oh my God, he almost went down.
Like,
Like just solid. And rumors are he's gonna fight him a third time, just the trilogy. Why not? Um, I'm guessing we get Canelo because Turkey was saying that Canelo really had told him he really wants to fight Bivol.
mm,
If you're Bivol, I was thinking about this. If you're Bivol, do you just like, nah, not interested?
yeah. I feel like there's enough like young lions in that 168, 175 tweener thing where they can move up in like a year or two because of their age and their overall frame. And they're exciting fights where he's like, I don't need to fight Canelo. He's like, bro, he's as far as like biologically, that whole like he's tapped out. Dude's 5'8", 5'7".
Right.
I could, bro. Next year I can make a mega fight with like Benavidez.
Right. Yeah.
Morel.
Yeah.
Oh, even if they move up and like let's say Mungia like finds some new like bro, Mungia can move up and what like they've got the frame for it. There'll be exciting fights. So
Yeah. Because I was like, man, like this is because this reminds me of when somebody would fight Floyd and Floyd would win by points. And people were like, oh, like, I want to see it again. Like, do a rematch. Like, this happened with Cotto when Floyd fought Cotto. And Cotto wasn't asking for a rematch, but like a lot of like his people were. And Floyd was like, I beat him pretty.
I beat him soundly. Like I was
Yeah,
never.
like
Yeah.
like I would fight him again, and if there was like if it was close, like it had been a close fight.
Yeah.
But this wasn't a close fight. I don't see why I have to fight him. And I was thinking like, man, like that. if I'm Bivol and I don't need the money, because like we just said, like there's ways to make money,
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, I don't need it. I beat him. He's a great champion, he's a great fighter, but I beat him. Almost give him the same rhetoric that he
Then he
was
gives Crawford. He's like, why would I want to fight the smaller guy? Yeah, he's like,
yeah,
I
there's
beat
weight classes
one.
for
We already got it, and I beat him.
yeah. There's weight
You know,
classes for a reason. I'm not gonna go down to 168 and fight him there. Like, and it just made me
And Canelo doesn't want that either. Canelo's like, oh, I'm not giving you 168 for all the belts. You know.
right. And it just to me, it makes me I don't know, man. Like I'm looking at our guy and I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
You're like are you good, bro? Like, are you?
yeah, like I'm looking at Canelo kind of like, do we have to have a conversation? Like,
Should you like at this point? Should you just retire, call it a day, and like, hey, Jake's there waiting, bro. You know Jake wants it. Just
bro,
retire. Like, just
no lie,
say it.
I want that so bad. That's what I'm rooting for.
You want to retire?
Yeah, like I just I don't understand what he's chasing
It's
yet.
getting kind of sad, no? Because we're like sitting here waiting for like the what's the word? Man, like 2 3 years ago, we used to get like a rut. Like when he would announce the fights, we're like, oh, he's gonna fight so and so. He's gonna, you know. And now it's kind of like, bro, who is there for you to fight that'll like get us excited and
Yeah,
that we know is like a worthy?
not only that, but get you excited because it seems
Yeah,
like what gets him excited.
it's just the money now.
It's money, and it's like okay, but like the money will be there.
Yeah.
I just yeah, I'm getting to a point where the other day I was Saturday I was doing the lawn and one of my neighbors was like, "Hey, what's up?" And you know, my neighbors are pretty cool, um, and so we're just like chit chatting. And out of the boxing in the background, he's like, "Oh, you're watching boxing?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, it's a fight." Like, "Oh man, I didn't know you like boxing." I'm like, "Yeah." You know, we talked about boxing for a little bit. He's like, "Who's your favorite boxer?" And I'm like, "Oh, right now, Canelo." And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, me too." Blah blah blah. And whatever. He left, and I realized it was the first time I had said that and not been like,
Excited to pronounce him your guy.
yeah. It was one of those like,
Yeah.
right now, Canelo. And I'm
Yeah.
well, this is honestly where his career's at right now. Like it's just it is what it is. Like obviously I'm gonna root for him every time he fights
Yeah.
and I'm you know,
He
but it's just different. It's just like I don't know what you're chasing. I don't know what you're doing. It used to be about legacy. It used to be about greatness. You can't tell me that anymore because that era is gone. Like if we want to do Taylor Swift
right.
stuff, you're no longer in the legacy era. You're now in the making money era, which is cool. Every boxer has gone through that era, no problem. What I have the problem with is when he's trying to sell me on both. Don't sell me on both, because if you're
Yeah.
selling me on both, you need to,
Like one of these is fake. One of these is not what you say they
yeah.
are.
Like
Yeah.
clearly, if you were all about greatness, you're fighting Benavidez. And what he's done, what's smart on his end, is he's no longer saying if the fans want it. He's now saying if the money's right.
Yeah.
And which again, it's fine. I get it. Everybody goes through that. But don't sell me on this idea that you're chasing greatness. Crawford is chasing greatness, wanting to fight you. That he is like trying to cement
Yeah.
himself. You're not. You gain nothing from beating Crawford, and you lose everything if you lose to him. Like Crawford's in a no lose situation if they fight in September, which apparently that's like done apparently. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Canelo needs he needs an Eli in his corner. Like, Yahweh, so better. Like he's like, bro, what are you doing? Figure it out. Like just he does.
yeah. I mean, he needs something because Eddie's. Eddie's just a he's
Bro,
both.
Eddie's taking on the like bro, like Munguia's in the camp now, Ryan's back, or like what is Eddie doing?
See, but if I'm Eddie, I'm kind of like I need to start looking for the next,
Preparing for the end. Yeah, like just what's my next chapter after.
which I think that's what he's doing. Like
Yeah.
bringing me all these guys. Like Canelo's more worried about all these things. So I got it. So I mean, from Eddie's standpoint, his careers will keep going.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's just an interesting turn of events. But Bivol looked good. I think he's the biggest winner of this entire weekend.
Sorry, I had to make a little it's a little peanut butter, honey and banana sandwich thing, but
Yeah,
it's agave. Shout out to all my agave vegans. Hey,
the real vegans.
right?
Um, yeah, the gardeners here we're putting in
California poppy. Okay, and so I forgot the
yeah,
California poppy. Yeah.
we're putting a the backyard. There's a portion of the fence that's like not even a fence. It was just plywood.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so he's putting in
The
he's
official, like a nice fence.
yeah, or just yeah. So he's putting brick and everything. So
Nice.
I needed to give him access to for electricity. But yeah, Bivol, the big winner in in that event, which is
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what he does. But yeah, I think you and I are both in agreement that maybe he probably shouldn't fight Canelo. I don't know what it does for him. You know, if he beats him twice,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Just Canelo, we want to be like your guys, bro. We enjoy it, you know.
Yeah, this isn't like slander
Like,
on Canelo. It's just
yeah, this is we're telling you because we care, bro. Like, hey, like,
yeah,
you
this
know,
is look. There are blind fans. There are like the Nick Wrights of the world, where Mahomes looked bad in another Super Bowl, and he's talking about nobody wants to see an angry Mahomes, and that's what the NFL is getting. It's like, bro, shut up.
yeah. Can you like,
Like, there's Skip Bayless people, and we're not that. We love Canelo. We've defended him, but there's when he needs to be called out, we're gonna
call him
do
out?
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that, Trevor? What's up?
Um, I wanted so with the boxing stuff behind us, I saw this thing and it made me I was like, dang, like what the heck? I was watching Wizards Bucks the other night,
Okay.
and as I was watching it, they showed they were like selling tickets for the next few games and like, oh, and this upcoming games, get your tickets, blah 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 blah. And they showed Ti was gonna be a halftime performer. And I'm like, dang, like there was a moment where Ti was like one of the
Hot, like out here.
yeah, he was like one of the most popular stars in music. And now he's performing at a Wizards halftime game?
Yeah.
Like dang, how the mighty have fallen. Like it happens in music a lot, huh? Like
Oh yeah. Oh, have
it
I
made me
got it?
think like, dang, like this is I feel like this primarily happens in music. It happens in acting, but I feel like in music there's like dang, you're doing this? Like you're performing here? Like I remember when Ja Rule did it, and it was like, ugh, like bro.
Yeah. So the Paso has a an attraction in the summertime here. The California Mid State Fair. So it's not even like the Paso Road, like it's like the California Mid State. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
apparently it's big. We get like tons of tourists.
Yeah.
Like,
For that
like
specific.
before that, yeah. Like we'll get like the bus loads of like Asian people just chilling, like just
Oh wow.
like yeah. It's like it's there's a the intersection between the 101 and the 46 where there's a bunch of like little like fast food restaurants, and that's right where the fair is. So during that time of the year in the summer, like I avoid that area like the plague. Like there's nowhere to park. If you're gonna get food from somewhere else. Like it's gonna be overrun. But they get music acts to play at this fair, right? They do get they get big artists, but um so they get country artists that are like up and coming, so they're like on the cusp of being big.
Mm.
Um and pop artists in general, or they're over the hill and they're just kind of like they're like I'm gonna say it, they're washed. Like they're just like okay,
Right. And they're looking for checks to cash.
exactly. They got a little like tour going on. Paso's one of the stops along the way, and they're just passing through. Um, and I might piss some people off because because some of their artists come, but hey, it is what it is. If it hurts, like ni modo. Um,
Uh-huh.
so just to give you an idea, they had Bieber before he was like blowing up. Bieber, they had Bieber when he was still like a
Oh,
little kid. Yeah,
okay.
like was it Usher? Like Usher that had just like they like discovered him. So that Bieber came through here. Um, but they've also had Pitbull now numerous times come through. So Pitbull's still like he's still popping. People still show up for Pitbull, but
Right.
Pitbull's not like in his prime anymore. Pitbull's not, and so they get Pitbull like I feel like they get him like once every other year. They get like Tim McGraw, so they get country artists that are like a little over, but then
Yeah.
they get people that are like coming up. So this year they got. I'm gonna throw this name out. You're gonna be like, oh, I remember that guy. They got Flow Rida coming this summer. And
Really?
so I was like, I was pretty critical of like when they announced it. I was just like, oh, they got Flow Rida. I was like, bro, like, I was like, Flow Rida, he's washed, bro. Come on, like, just, like but people still
Right. Right.
like. I had like my my neighbor, the Messi fan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Artie. He was like ecstatic. He's like, oh, dude, like Flow Rida's music, like when I was like a little kid, was like, that's what me and my little like elementary school buds were like hyped about when we were kids. So he was like ready to go. He like when they announced the
Right.
tickets, he's like, he's there. Let me get my tickets. And me, I'm
Do
like,
they have a
Flow Rida, bro.
VIP?
I'm looking at Flow Rida the way you saw Ti. I think Ti came last summer. I think, bro, they had Nelly and Ti. I think come together last
Wow,
summer.
star-studded.
And so, but me, like being in music, I'm kind of like, I know what this is. Like
Yeah, yeah. Right.
everything's kind of simmered down a little bit. You're just doing your thing. You're laying low. And also, like some of these artists, like they don't do themselves any favors because they'll like sometimes they show up late for these shows. They do short sets, and people get
Because they
pissed.
still they still think they're
They still think they're like it, bro. And like
yeah.
Los Tucanes de Tijuana, they came
Uh-huh.
a year or two ago, and someone that went was like, bro, they played for like 40 minutes and left. We're like, what the hell? Like I wanted, like typically it's like an hour and a half maybe.
Oh, really?
But sometimes artists show up late. They do short sets. They have attitude, like because you have people. Some of the people that work security for these events, they live here. They're just people that live in town. They do have people that drive them like to and from, say, the airport if they come in through the airport, like the slow airport or whatever. But it's also just regular people that are working maybe backstage, like the front of the crowd, so they have interaction with the artists. And you'll hear stories about other artists like, oh, bro, they showed up late. They had like bad attitude, like So it does make you think though, because like Ti doing halftime, you think like, man. So it's got to make you feel pretty good, or you have to appreciate when artists can stay relevant for so long. I'm talking about like the Drakes, the Kendrick Lamar, the Taylor Swifts.
Right.
They're still doing like it. It's like when we watch like Brady doing like the 20 years thing. It's like, man, they're still at it. They're still relevant. they're still making music that their fans like gravitate to, and other people that maybe might not have heard their older stuff. I'm sure there's a whole era of people that like know Taylor Swift now, but they're like, but did you know like country Taylor Swift when she was first starting out, and she's still doing it now. So yeah, because man, you'll see like commercials and like you'll see people in them, and you're like I saw like Cedric the Entertainer doing like a diabetes commercial,
Right.
and I'm like, dang, you were like bro, you were like in all the movies. Like, what's you're doing this now, or Joe Namath doing
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw
like a
that.
life insurance type thing. I'm like, Joe, Broadway Joe, like, all right,
Yeah,
still making guarantees. Okay.
it's crazy, man. It's it's crazy how that happens. I just was shook. I was like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
like what the heck is happening? Like I just was not expecting I was not expecting to see T.I. And not that I think he's like a gigantic star, but you think like
He was a star, like
yeah, like you think someone like that is living okay, um, and doesn't need to do like a halftime show of a Wizards game. Like it's like it wasn't even like a Knicks or a premier team. Like it was like, yeah, just some random game during the week for the Wizards. Like and you're like,
right because the Wizards, DC, Washington, right,
mm-hmm.
and then the Bucks. You're like, man, you got to travel for that because you're like he's a Southern guy.
Right,
If it's a game like Atlanta, I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense. He probably lives down the road from this stadium, but
right.
a game like that, you're like, bro, damn, you needed to come for the check, huh? So
Yeah. So just it's crazy.
yeah, man.
Crazy how that works. Um, and then have you seen um have you seen any of the reaction from the lady from Star Wars stepping down?
Just a few stories, but I'm glad you brought this up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, no, this one. So yeah, shout out to all the Star Wars fans out there. But okay, because I'm seeing that people are excited. You know, let me remind you of this.
Careful what you wish for type of thing.
Not necessarily that, but there's still like a factor overall that is hovering over this, where it's like you still got to remember Star Wars is still owned by Disney.
Mm,
So you know they might make like Dave Filoni like the new guy in charge because he's already there. But yeah, I'll leave it at that because I know people have problem with like the Marvel movies, like just like the quality of like the stories that come out.
yeah.
And I mentioned like last pod, I'm like, oh, like stop hating on like bro, like the machine will keep going.
Right, 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 right.
You know, so we can only hope because they do have the ability to get like good stories, good and I push back a lot because people um like so there's a Star Wars show that's second season is coming out, Andor. People love Andor.
Yeah.
I thought Andor was cool, but it wasn't necessarily like for me. And I had people tell me like, oh, it's because it's like an adult Star Wars, like kind of like the more like mature themes. And I'm like, I get that, but I got to put some stock in the fact that George Lucas, when he made Star Wars, he was like, it's for kids. I designed it for
Yeah.
kids.
Right, right, right.
So, and there were no because you like this part about Star Wars too, but the Jedi and the Sith, right? The Force, the mystical side of it, the
Mhm.
discipleship that comes along with that training. That's the part that I love most about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And so that wasn't in this show. And so there were scenes that there's like scenes in like conference rooms with like political lackeys in there. And I'm like, see, I don't like these scenes without Darth Vader because Darth Vader presents the opposite side of a coin. Like he's someone in leadership, but
Mm,
he's almost like a like sorcerer type figure. Like they're like, oh, you don't really know what you're talking about. You're just in the back with like, And so Andor didn't have that. So for me, I was like, but there were a lot of cool things in there where I was like, oh, that was cool. But overall, like that part was missing from the show, and I was like, I can't get down with that.
Yeah.
But people will be like, they'll quick to point out that Andor is the best thing that has come out of like Disney Star Wars, and I always push back, and I'm like, wait, hold on, like Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2 were fantastic. Like the third season was pretty meh, but
Yeah.
we've had sure we've gotten some pretty like mid Star Wars stuff. But we've gotten some good Star Wars stuff too. I'm talking about stuff like Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Rogue One, um, and so all that stuff, it's all under the umbrella of Disney. So, sure, might change. Maybe we'll change. We'll see who they get, or if they're having someone step up that's already there in Star Wars. I don't know, but yeah, because I saw someone else, like another, like someone that I like went to high school with, that like shared like a meme and like a celebration, and I'm like, let's pump the brakes. Like Disney's still in charge. It's still it. I think Bob Iger, Bob Igor, the guy in charge of Disney. I'm like,
Right. Right. Right.
he's the
Right.
one. He's the Palpatine in all of this. He's pulling all the strings. So
Mhm.
you never know who they're gonna prop up as the next like CEO or president of Star, because so we'll see. But hey, be excited. Like, do your thing. Be excited. But
You think?
if a year from now we get more stuff that comes out and y'all still aren't happy with it, I'll be here for the "I told you so."
Okay. I
You
see what you.
know. So, and also because I saw their latest show. I think it's their Skeleton Crew. It's a kids show. I had a lot of fun with it. It was kind of like Star Wars meets the Goonies. Um, and I didn't hear people talking about it, and I'm like, bro, this show was cool. Like, very
Mhm.
simple. So I'll leave it at that.
There you go.
Yeah. When you brought it up, I was like in the chat, I was like, oh, good, good. I was like, I'm gonna say this for later. This little nugget right here.
This is, I saw it and I'm like, I don't know what this means. So let me
Your counsel, if you will,
go to my
like just
council. How we feeling? We good? You
yeah,
guys hate it? You guys love it? What's going on? And so,
yeah. I knew they'd be happy. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Like I'm like, but I was gonna be like, dude, it's still owned by Disney. You know, because Angel had the same complaint about Marvel. He's like, oh, like Disney. And I'm like, oh, it's all there, dude. It's all.
right, it's the same umbrella.
There's a chain of command that goes through them as far as like the directors, the producers, but it's all Bob Iger. That's just
Right.
I'm assuming he would make the final call. So and it is new territory because I think when George Lucas sold it to Disney, I think he's the one that wanted Kathleen Kennedy to be there.
Oh, so okay.
So now it's so he's and again, because you mentioned like the revisionist stuff, but when we got Kathleen Kennedy and this kind of Star Wars, a lot of people were quick to be like, "Oh, we should have never like George should have never sold the company and blah blah blah." It's all going downhill. But there was a
Yeah.
whole chapter where George did make his movies, episodes 1, 2, and 3, and people didn't like it, and people were calling for George to give up Star Wars because they're like, "Oh, you're ruining like a good thing you made." And so people were quick to forget all this stuff that had gone on before.
Yeah.
So now we'll see if Disney appoints someone like of their own choosing to to take the helm.
Right. Right. Well,
Yeah.
there you have it, folks. Do you have a final thought?
Final thought. Let's see. Hmm. Shout out to Garrick, man. Garrick Niffen. We played his birthday party barbecue event
Hmm.
on Sunday, and just a good time. But a lot of community. It was just a good time with like his like friends and family were there. I met his dad, his grandpa. Um, but like neighbors were coming out because they own the lot where they had the party. It's like next to like his parents' house.
Yeah.
But the dad was like, "Yeah, I invited all the neighbors." And at one point, they're like, "Yo, what happens if the cops show up?" And he's like, "I'd be glad if the cops showed up because that means it's like a good event, that it's loud enough and like a good time enough." So
Right.
that's the kind of wavelength they were on. And yeah, like he had a neighbor like just grilling up burgers and hot dogs and chips, and so his grandpa built him a stage for it. So
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, and his grandpa is a figure in Cambria because we told you it's like a small town, but his grandpa is a teacher for the one high school that's there. So he's like, yeah. So he's like, my grandpa has seen like just generation after generation of kids that come through, and they
Uh,
all know him. He's almost like a godfather type figure in the area. Like I
yeah.
think he said his grandpa went camping once in like Yellowstone, like just out
Really?
there, and a student of his was there camping at the same time, a former student, and they were like, Mr. Niven, like so like so his grandpa, he's an OG. He was there with like
Right.
the denim like denim jacket, everything. Um and but it was cool, man. Just seeing the power of community. A friend of his brought a drone to take video. Like there was a drone flying around.
Yeah.
Good times. The power of community and music and friendship was dope. So shout out to him for putting that on.
That's sick. Shout out to him. Um, my final thought, man. I've been watching Severance, and Severance is this show about people that get their brain operated on where they get severed. They get separated from the work self. You know the concept, right? The work self from outside of work self, right?
Okay, yeah,
And it's super dark. And it tripped me out to find out Ben Stiller was the one who made it. Like it's his thing.
yeah,
And it's like a reminder that your funniest friends are capable of being the darkest people.
yeah,
So my final thought is check in on the happy friend you have.
yeah, man.
Check in on the person that's always smiling and laughing and cracking jokes. Check in on them, and they may be fine, but just check in on them because there's a lot of comedy can be a way to cope, and it just the more you hear about some of the funniest people, the more you realize like, dang, all this was to cope. Like, so check in on your people, man.
This reminds me of Robin Williams, man.
Yeah,
Because well, I mentioned the remember last time we recorded the Christopher Reeve documentary?
yeah.
They were good friends, like going back to school, like in college, studying together. And there was a segment, multiple segments, but after Reeves's accident when he was, quadriplegic, they're like, dude, like Robin Williams, they talked about the first visit between them in the hospital when
Mm,
he couldn't even speak. He was just all you could see was like the eyes, the emotion in the eyes.
yeah.
And Robin's whole thing is he came in like immediately doing like a bit like jokes to
Mm.
cheer him up. And some people were like, "Bro, like you can't do that. Like it's like, come on, like you're you should be like serious." And his whole thing was like, "No, no, no." He's like, I'm his boy. I want to treat him like he's somewhat normal." Like that's what Robin Williams was on. And he's like, every year after that, they'd have like a big party at their house for Christopher Reeves together, and it was all just like the laughs, the good times. And then you see what happens to Robin Williams, and you're just like, damn, bro. And a lot of people were like, man, they needed each other because like Christopher Reeves was in that darkness with like his accident, just not being,
Right.
and Robin Williams on the same thing too, just coping. Crazy, man.
Yeah, man. It's
So yeah, check in on your homies.
yeah, because I was when I saw like directed by,
Ben Stiller.
and I'm like, like Van Stiller, like,
Yeah,
and yeah, man, I was just taken back. So I'm like, man, like this is like again, like really dark. Like
yeah.
this is
On a lighter note, it also just goes to show you that like people have what's it called? People are versatile. People just because like not to like but like Jordan Peele. Like I first heard about him with like Key and Peele, the
Oh, right,
skits,
right,
and then he makes like these horror movies, which like they're not necessarily like sad, but they make you think, you know. So
right.
it's
You're like,
almost like
whoa,
he's
dude.
like there's more to him than meets the eye with like the kind of stuff he makes and what he's capable of, and the type of like what he can reach into to make like the
Right,
art. So you're
right.
like, dang, you know. But yeah, a little
Yeah, yeah.
two
Check it
headed
out, your
dragon.
funny
Yeah,
homie. But
but then
also
also maybe give him the
realize
credit,
that
like, hey, you know what, that was good. That was
he might be super creative. Yeah.
yeah. Damn, that's
uh,
Ben Stiller. That's a trip.
yeah, it's a trip. Um, you got anything to plug?
Um, nothing so far. It's some stuff in the works, but yeah, the major stuff it just happened. You know, these last
Yeah,
couple weeks. So
nice. All
yeah,
right, cool. Sounds good. I will talk to you. I'll talk to you next week.
yeah.
That's the pod. Thank you to David. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Triumph. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to you for listening. You can listen to this podcast anywhere you get your pod, so please rate, review, and subscribe. I will be back on Friday with an NBA pod, so stay tuned for that. And I will do a full recap of Lakers maps, storylines. Luka just has that fire, man, and I think for the Lakers, it's a gift that the Mavericks have given them. For the league, it's in terms of ratings, it's a gift. For the rest of the league, in terms of basketball, yeah, it's a curse. But yeah, Luka looks locked in, revenge, and just all that. Like, you did this to me. As a Laker fan, I love it. So I'm here for it. So full NBA pod coming on Friday. So stay tuned for that. Let's roll call, shall we? We shall. The roll call for today, we have Manchester United, glory Man United, playing Ipswich today. Winnable game. They should win. But we can say that a lot about Man U. I think they'll win. Pretty sure they'll win. Hopefully. We got Hala Madrid on today as well as a Copa del Rey competition versus Real Sociedad. I don't anticipate this game being as good as the Atletico and Barca game yesterday and the 4-4 madness there. I don't anticipate this one being that good. Mbappe's not playing, and yeah, so there's that one today. So hopefully we get the result in that one as well. And what else I got for you? And I think that's. Oh, we got Cruz Azul, Viva la Máquina versus Mazatlan on Friday. So that's roll call. And of course, let's go Lakers. Big win versus the Mavericks. The Lakers are rolling, man. Just adding wins, attaching them together. Timberwolves tomorrow. Let's keep winning. Let's keep climbing. Let's keep going for it. So that's the roll call. I'll talk to you Friday in a very happy, very, very passionate Let's Go Lakers. The Arizona Podcast is brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings, a flooring company that specializes in epoxy flooring and concrete resurfacing systems. They speak Spanish, they're in the LA area, and they are an amazing company to work with. They have awesome customer service, and they give you honest quotes with great work, and I couldn't recommend them enough. So if you use the promo code ARROWSUP, you get a 15% off on your next project. So call them, reach out to them. You can find them at on the internet, triumphcoatingsca.com, and you can request a free quote and all that fun stuff. You can follow them on Instagram, triumph_coatings, and they do speak Spanish and they do great work, like I said. So check them out. Promo code arrows up, 15% off your next project.